This is the Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling. Did you know that there are 5 stages of leadership? Leadership equals masculinity, and masculinity equals power. That's the thing that we as men desire and what is required for us to achieve everything in life that we've ever dreamt of. We need those 3. We need leadership, we need masculinity, we need power. And in some ways, they're all the same thing. So we need to understand the phases that it takes from 0 to 5 to get there. In the past, I've always said that there's 4 stages of leadership, and a recap on those are: number 1, lead yourself. Number 2, lead a team. Number 3, lead women. And number 4, lead kids. And then I came up with phase 0, which is allow yourself to be led. So in a sense, there are 5 phases of leadership, and you've got to go through all of them in order to achieve ultimate power, ultimate leadership, and ultimate masculinity. That's what's required of you. And we're going to start with step 1, allow yourself to be led. Why is this principle of allowing yourself to be led necessary? Because it doesn't really seem very masculine. In fact, it's the most masculine thing you can do. The reason why you're shooting yourself in the foot if you start at trying to lead yourself first is because you're trying to reinvent the wheel. We've got generations of information, knowledge, wisdom, understanding, where if that information is not given to you as a gift and you actually receiving it and accepting it, then you have to try and fail, try and fail, try and fail, try and fail. There's nothing wrong with trying and failing. That's what we have to do with a lot of things in life. But if you do that method with everything in life without ever asking questions from those that have gone before you, you're going to go through a lot of trials, a lot of failures, and it's going to set you back a lot of months and years and maybe even decades because you're so stubborn that you won't take information from those that have gone before you. Completely unnecessary, but completely fine. You are the captain of your ship, the master of your fate. And you have to make a decision whether you actually want to learn from those that have gone before you, or if you want to learn everything yourself and just take a little bit longer time. You were given parents for a reason. Now, they might not have known a lot of stuff. However, they knew a lot more than you as a toddler, a lot more than you as a child. And then you became a teenager, and with the plethora of information that is online, now you're beginning to feel that you're becoming a little bit more smarter than they are. And that's okay. Eventually you come to a point where you have to rebel against your parents because they just don't understand. And that's beautiful. And I want my kids to get to that point one day where they basically have taken everything that I've given them of information and wisdom and all that I can give them, and then they figure out life for themselves. And they live the life that they want to live according to the information that they get. I give over the information I believe they need, and then they take it or leave it, and then live the life that they want to live. And guess what? What they end up living most probably will work better than what I knew. Why is that? Why do our kids become smarter than us? Because of evolution. When we hold on to truths that we know for sure to be true, and we're not willing to let go of these truths when new information comes in that works a whole lot better, then we're not going to progress. We're going to remain in the same situation we were in before, and because everyone else begins to progress with what works, suddenly the thing that you had that was working in the past, suddenly it's not working anymore. This is why large corporations fail, always, eventually, is because they're holding on to something even though the times are changing. An example of that is Kodak. It was a massive conglomerate before, but they did not go towards the future, and that's why they passed away. You want to be part of those that go towards the future, those that do not allow the past or the things that you know for sure to hold you back from getting the knowledge that is necessary for you to massively progress in your life. The rich employ lots of mentors and lots of coaches, and that's why they're rich. Personal development is not personal. It's a team effort. Wouldn't you rather have 2 people working on your personal development than you half-heartedly doing so? Wouldn't you rather have 3 people working on you to improve? Or 5 people or 10 people who are basically better than you in everything that you want to become good at? That's how you become successful, folks. When you change your environment, you will always change your life. You've got to choose the right environment, though, to make sure that you're changing your life for the better. That's why you need to look around yourself. Who do you surround yourself with on a daily basis? Those are the people that you are becoming like. Those are the people that you're communicating with and getting their input. They are leading you unless you are actually specifically leading them. Which leads us to the next point. What direction are you going towards? Where are you going? We know for sure that masculinity, power, and leadership is what we want to get to because it's going to give us everything we want. But how are you going to get to masculinity, leadership, and power? Where do you start? And this is where your mentor comes in the picture. Because you are subjective about it. You're looking at your life and you actually don't necessarily know what to prioritize. What is it that's going to work for you in order for you to progress as fast as possible in the right direction? Next step, mentoring. You've got to prioritize because you can't take on the world all at the same time. You cannot take on your health. You cannot take on your parents. You cannot take on your women problems. You can't take on your financial problems all at the same time. Something's got to give, and you've got to prioritize in order to make progress in anything. Your biggest problem today is that you're diversified. You've got too many problems in your life, and because you've got too many problems, there's always something coming towards you in an emergency, and you haven't learned how to shut those off. And sometimes you need a mentor to help you to prioritize and to focus on the thing that will make the most difference long term for you. And it's gonna hurt. It's gonna be painful to only focus on that one thing. Just like I started with looooooong, he wanted to have coaching for semen retention and developing a streak and managing to get over his girlfriend. Was that the thing that we focused on? No. We've radically changed his life by simply starting with the right thing. If you don't know what the right thing is, make sure you go and watch the video on the 6-month update with the coaching of looooooong. His life has literally massively leading a team. He's taking the steps forward in the right direction to masculinity, power, and leadership. You can too, But having a mentor to help you to focus and to prioritize the right things that you specifically need is the key. The one thing that's racing through your head right now is, I cannot afford a coach. I cannot afford a mentor. It's impossible for me to fit that into my life right now because I've got so many financial issues. If Robert Kiyosaki was in the same room as you, he would say, you cannot afford not to have a mentor. Because not having a direction, not having someone that you're accountable to, not having someone that has gone before you and can help you to take 10x massive action in the right direction, you cannot afford to not have that someone in your life. Because you're being held back by your past, you're being held back by your current thinking and by the truths you're holding on to. And you're being held back by the environment that you're in. You need to create another environment. And he would say, as he's told me in all of his books, the best investment that you will ever make is in yourself. Invest in you. Don't even think about investing in the stock market. Don't even think about investing in a business or losing capital. Invest in someone that will invest in you. You are the important one here. You're the one who desires to change. And unless you're willing to invest in yourself, not much is going to happen. Investing in a coach is investing in you. Who should lead you towards your next phase, your next process of coming towards more power, more masculinity, more leadership in your life? You have to have someone who kind of thinks like you, who either has what you desire or who is massively progressing towards it, but also you need someone who is affordable. If you cannot afford a coach for the long term, what's the long term? Let's say 6 months, let's say a year. You need time to change. Because coaching is just basically planting seeds in your brain, and then you've got to nurture that seed and grow that seed and take action on the things that I share. Why should you have someone who's affordable? Because you want consistency. Consistency is key. You will not achieve results without consistency. So either you've got to be consistent on your own and take massive action every single day on your own, or you've got to have someone who helps you to get that consistency in your life. If you're already consistent, having a coach will help you to double or quadruple your consistency in a lot of things. Instead of just managing to do 2 or 3 things, you'll be able to do 6 or 9 or 12 things every day because you've got someone who's gone the way before and knows what you should prioritize and what you should put on automatic in order for you to go faster forward. I am the affordable consistency, emotional stability coach. I'm gonna help you to take those 6 months, to take that 12-month period of time and massively help you progress forward. Literally, I will be the best investment that you will ever make. And I want you to ask Looooooong one more time what has happened in his life since he took on that coaching over the past 6 months. At Looooooong, Louaista, and DM him on Instagram and ask him. Currently, I charge $297 plus the transfer fees from Looooooong and the other clients that I've got. Do you think that I'm going to keep that price as my YouTube is going to increase to 3,000 subscribers, 5,000, 10,000, 100,000 subscribers? Do you think my price is going to remain the same? Looooooong is freaking out. He's worried. But when I help him to go from $1,000 a month to $10,000 a month in a very short period of time, the $297 plus fees is ridiculous. I probably am not going to be your mentor forever. And you're probably going to disagree with a lot of things that I share. That's completely fine. However, I will take you to more masculinity. I will take you to more power. I will help you to become a better leader. No doubt in my mind. If you don't know that for a fact, you should binge watch my videos. Or you should simply sign up for a month or 2 or 3 and see what I can do for you during that time frame. I have a few rules for my coaching clients. If you are not ready and willing and able to text me every single day, then you're not ready. If you're not ready and willing and able to spend 3 hours every single day, no matter how busy you are throughout the rest of your day, in order to build a side hustle, then you're not ready. If you don't have anything, you don't have a project to start up, you don't know what you want to do with your life, it's also going to take a little bit longer time because I've got to sift out all of your crap at the same time as I've got to figure out which direction you're going to go. I've coached so many guys that have started a project and then they quit the project, and then they start a new project and then they quit the project, and then they start a new project and then they quit the project. The commitment to the strategy is more important than the strategy. You moving forward towards your dreams is more important than the project that you are using to achieve your dreams. Because that project is going to turn the wheels, and you cannot steer a parked car. As long as you begin to take massive action, eventually we can switch the projects, and then you can be on your merry way taking massive 10x action in the right direction. The best way to do that is for me to lift you up, shake you a little bit, put you back down, and see you run in the direction of your dreams. This is the Men of High Value channel. Remember to like this video, comment down below,